Okay, so in today's video, we will see how to uh, how to host our microservice onto AWS cloud so it can be shared with QA or the testers or the developer team. So the first thing which we need to do is go to your GitHub account and open up your microservice repository. uh, the repository which you probably have forked into your GitHub account. So today I'll be working with the GTS identity service which I forked from originally here, the Gurai Corporation / GTS identity service. So first thing we need to do is to check if any changes are made into a repository or not. And when I opened the repository, the one which I forked, I saw that this 21 commits behind. This branch was 21 commits behind means that some changes were made in the original repository and I need to pull those changes. So to do that, first what I need to do is click on this link button and then create a pull request. Give it any name like pulling changes, yeah, and create a pull request. Wait for it, and as soon as it's green, merge pull request. Confirm merge, yeah. And the green merged means that the changes are pulled to your forked repository. Okay, so after that, what you need to do is open your open your Visual Studio where you have already opened have these repository open. Right now you can see that these are the components of my repository. So what I need to do now is I need to open a new terminal and I need to run a command. So right now you can see that my branch name is main hyphen copy hyphen 2, right? So it could be for you, it could be anything else. It could be master or it could be main, simply main or whatever. So make sure you copy this branch name and in your Visual Studio Code or whichever the CLI you're using, paste the command which is git pull origin and then name of your branch. Uh, Copy to. This is the name of my branch. Okay, and then you press enter. It will take some time to pull the changes from this branch. You can see it's happening. It, okay, so the changes have been pulled and unnecessary files have been deleted. You can see that a new that's like how you pull the changes from GitHub. Now the next step is uh, okay, just a moment. Okay, we have pulled the updated repo from GitHub, and now the next step is create an RDS. We need to create a relational database into our EC2 instance. So to do that, open your AWS console and search for RDS and open this one. You need to create a relational database for this whole thing. Now click on create database and make sure the standard create is selected and in the engine choose for MySQL. After that, okay, make sure that in the templates you select for the free tier so that you won't get charged for this service. And in the database identifier, this is just the how your name will appear in RDS. It does not have any relation with the original database name. So what I would suggest is you write the same name as this one is like this GTS service platform.dev. Copy it and paste it here. This is not the name of your database, this is just an identifier. The name is a little bit different. And the master username, paste the write this username gts_dev, and in password it should be this one, gts, this whole thing. Just copy and paste it there in the port, master password, and confirm master password. Then after that, this would remain same, storage will remain same, uh, virtual private cloud remains the same, and connectivity, yeah, make sure you select the public access as yes. This is very much important. And this would remain same, just go for the default one. And additional configuration, no, the port is 3306. Yeah, this is an important step. In additional configuration tab, now write the name of your database. So the name of our database is the same as this one, but the only difference is instead of a hyphen, it is dash. That's what the name of our database is. Instead of hyphen, it's dash. All right. Uh, Uncheck this box, this one as well, this one as well, and then create database. Okay. Yeah, I already have created a database with the same name, so it won't create for mine, but it will create for yours. So when the database is created, it would look something like this. Yeah, it will look something like this when it's created and all. It takes some time for database creation, but it will look something like this. Okay, what's the next step? Uh, okay, now we need to build our microservice with Docker. Okay, step number 3. For this step, make sure you have Docker desktop installed. Docker desktop installed and running in background. And after that, you need to build your microservice. Okay, so how do we build our microservice? Uncomment the one for the cloud one and comment out all of the ones which are like for local or any other else for production or whichever. Okay, open your database now. After the database is all created and available, open up and copy this endpoint. Okay, and paste it over here, like from GTS service platform till .com. Paste it over here and save it. Your database endpoints, this is very much important. You pasted the database endpoints here, so this will help you for the connectivity. Then after that, uh, yeah, you need to build your microservice. So let's clear the screen. And to build microservice, write the command mvn mvn clean package, mvn clean package. This will build your target folder. Yeah, this one. This will build this target folder. All right, the build has been completed, and this is our target folder. Okay, yeah, the target folder is here. Okay, when you pull the changes from GitHub, make sure you have this Docker file. This is important. open up this Docker file and yeah, this one. Make sure it look like this. This is just the name of your identity service and the port for your identity service, and this is the name of your jar file. This one. I just copy pasted the name. Rename it, Control A, copy, and I just pasted it over here. It is the same name. Okay. And is after slash and this name. Both of these should be same, and make sure that the command is written like this, no bracket missing or anything else. This is just the name of your jar file. Okay, the Docker file is here. After that, you need to build the microservice. Okay, build microservice with Docker. So to do that, I have written a set of command. I'll just provide this file as well. So just copy this command and Control Shift V. Docker build slash t, the name of your identity service, colon, and the tag. Yeah, like this. And after space, write a dot as well. Okay, just hit enter. It will take some time to build your Docker file. This use internet, so make sure you have a stable connection when you're performing this step. Yeah, you can see that the build has started. It will take some time. Okay, so the build has completed. The next command we need to run in this step is we need to tag this build. So to do that, we just copy this command and okay. So tag, this is the name of your name and the tag of your identity service you just built, like this one you just built, and after that you give some space, and this is just the name of your Docker Hub account. Like you need to create a Docker Hub account, and by going over here you can find your name, username. This is the one, and after that slash and GTS identity service colon and the tag which is 1.0.0, like give one space and click enter. This will just tag your image. It will take some time. Okay, so it has been tagged. Now if you go inside your Docker desktop, you can see that under the images tab you have these two, which means that the steps were successful for right now. Now the next command we need to run is we need to push this image to our Docker Hub account. So the command would be docker push and your username slash the name of your service and colon then tag. So just copy paste the command here. Control Shift V to copy paste the command and press enter. This will push your image to the Docker Hub. It would take some time. Yeah, it's still preparing and waiting. This takes some time. Okay, so the image has been pulled to our Docker Hub, and if we go there and check it under the repository, let's just refresh the page first. Yeah, here you go. This was pushed like 1 minute ago. Okay, So our image has been pushed to our Docker Hub repository. All right. Now the next step, let's see what the next step is. We have built the Docker, Microservice Docker, we have pushed it to Docker Hub. Now we need to create an EC2 instance on our AWS console. So go to your AWS console and you need to search for EC2 instance now. So write EC2 and open up this one. Okay. You need to create a instance. So click on launch instance and make sure you are in the region, in the same region where you initially were. Sometimes the region gets changed or you need to like select the one again. Okay, so give a name to your instance. I'll just name it GTS space service. Okay, and in the operating system select for Ubuntu. Make sure it's the free tier eligible one, like this. uh yeah, the key pair login. If you don't have a key pair, then click on create a new key pair. It will probably write a name as ssh underscore access underscore key. Yeah. And make sure RSA is selected and dot is selected. I already have a key, that's why I won't be creating one. But after writing this, click on create a key pair, and it will like download a file as well. Keep that files somewhere safe. Okay. So after that, click on this select and click for the SSH access key file you just created. And in the networking tab, make sure these two boxes are also selected. Because right now we are under the test phase, so make sure these two are selected as well. Okay, so now click on launch instance. It would take some time to like create instance and spin it up, so you need to wait for some time. Alright, instance is created, so click on this instances link, and now you need to wait. Yeah, it's loading instance. Okay, it's running, but the status check is still initializing. You need to wait so that until it gets green. Meanwhile, what you can do is go to your security groups under the network and security tab. The security group, open it in a new tab, and search for the default one we used initially. Open this. This is basically adding rules to like who can access your instance or database. So edit inbound rules, and here click on add a rule. In here search for all traffic, and source would be anywhere IP4. Yeah, and save the rules. This will allow the database and EC2 instance. Okay, close this tab, and to like now we'll refresh this. So click on this refresh icon, and it's still in initializing state, so we need to wait for it to be like green. Meanwhile, what you can do is open your Docker Hub and delete these two, the one which you created, because we no longer these this one, as we have already pushed the image to our Docker Hub account. So delete this. So you get some free space in your system. Okay, and yeah, close the Docker Hub. Yeah, now you can see that the status check is this. It's green. Means you can now connect to your EC2 instance. So click on this checkbox and click on this connect button. After that, click on connect again and you will be prompt to your EC2 instance. Okay, now we need to install some updates into this newly created EC2 instance. So to do that, come back here and under the Open EC2 instance, these are the set of commands. Just copy these, control copy, and to paste it here, press Control Shift and V. This is very important. To paste in EC2 instance, you need to press Control Shift and V, and then press Enter. It will install some packages like Docker or perform any update to the older packages. So you need to wait for a few seconds. Meanwhile, what you can do is, if you open our file again, what's the next step? Okay, so the next step is you need to log in to Docker. Like from EC2 instance, you need to log in to your Docker. So to do that, the command is sudo docker login. Copy it and paste it here. You can see that it has been done. Now paste it here, Control Shift V, and write your username. For me is for me it's this one. Press enter, and it will ask you for password. So there are a lot of people who have like directly log into this Docker Hub with their username and password, but there are also a lot of people who have logged in here using their GitHub or the Google account. So for the people who have login with email and password, they can just directly enter their password here. But for the people who have login with their GitHub account or a Google account, so what you need to do is you need to create a token. So click on your icon, profile icon, and go to account settings and go to security tab. In the security tab, you need to create a new access token. So give it a name like uh, for EC2 or whatever the name you want. This is just the identifier, and make sure the permissions are selected as read, write, and delete. All three of them are selected, and then generate. This will generate a token. So copy this token and make sure you are saving it somewhere safe. And after that, come back to your EC2 instance and just paste the token here. Okay, so to paste the token, just press Control Shift V once. Control Shift V. The token is not visible here because of the security reasons, and then just press Enter. Okay, you can see that the login has been succeeded. So we have logged into the Docker Hub with our EC2 instance. Now we need to pull the image we just pushed to Docker Hub. So the command for that is sudo docker pull and like this name of your image. You can also do one thing, that go back to your Docker Hub and go in the repository and the image you just created. For me, it was identity service. So I will open this identity service and I'll click on see all. And here is the command. Just copy this command and paste it in your EC2 instance. Control Shift V, Docker pull image name. Okay, permission denied. Okay. So write sudo docker pull and the image name. Though it will pull the image. I'm working with identity service, right? So this is my name. So for this part, you will probably have something different, like Fatma but 1899 slash and the name of your identity service, name of your service. You probably have something for like GTS resume upload service or GTS resume download service or GTS employment agreement service, etc. It will be different for you. Okay, the image has been pulled. Now, what we need to do, the next step, we have logged into Docker, we have pulled the image. Now we need to build and start the microservice inside this EC2 instance. So to do that, we have pulled the image. Okay, we will be running this command. The command is like docker run this dash hyphen d flag, the hyphen name, and this one is just the name of your image, and this is like the port for your um, application. For every application, we have a different port. Like for instance, for GTS the resume upload service, the port would be different. For GTS download resume service, port would be different. And for this one, this is the image name we just put, image name with the tag that we just push to our Docker Hub. So copy this command and Control Shift V here and enter. This will start our microservice in our EC2 instance. And now we need to check if it's running or not. So copy this command docker sudo docker ps and Control Shift V here, enter, and you can see that it's running. Okay. Okay. So you need to like keep doing the docker shift sudo docker ps like after a minute, then after another minute to see whether it's still running or not. Because sometimes it faces some error, so the application or this microservice does not run. Do it again. Okay, I think it's running. Now we will be proceeding to the other step, which is okay, right. Okay, now we need to write a file inside this EC2 instance, write an Autostart file, which means that whenever we are stopping our EC2 instance, our microservice also gets stopped. So we don't need that because we don't want to like every time we stop the instance and start the instance again, we don't want to like go inside and manually start the service. So what we will do now is okay, yeah, so we need to create a system ctl service file. Just copy this command, yeah, copy this command, and you can see the command is like this part is the same, but for the GTS identity service this would be variable, like this would be like something which has related to your own microservice. Okay, and then dot service, you need to create this file. So you have copied this command, so Control Shift V in the EC2 instance, like paste the command, it will open a window like this. Now you need to copy these line of code from like this whole cell. Copy this whole cell and paste it over here. Control Shift V. Okay. You can see that this GTS identity service or this description, you can change it to the your microservice. Like this identity service, change it to your name of microservice and same here as well. And then press Control S. This will save the file, and to exit this mode, press Control X, like like um, OPQRS, like Control S to save, and UVWX. X to exit this, Control X to exit this mode. So Control X. This would exit from that file. Now, the next step would be, the next command would be, we need to, okay, I'll open this window side by side now. Okay, now we need to run this command, sudo systemctl daemon reload. This would just reload the whole service, and then copy this command. We need to enable this service we just created, like this one. I'm talking about this one. GTS identity service dot service file. We need to enable this. So paste a command again. This will enable the service, so it gets started whenever we start our microservice. And after that, we need to copy this command. Now we need to start the service. Control Shift V, enter. And now what we need to do is go to your like the EC2 instance, and make sure that this is selected, and in the instance state, click on Reboot Instance. Now it would take some time, and it will like reboot your instance. Click on this refresh icon button, and in the status check, uh, you can see that, yeah, the instance have been rebooted. Or you can also write this command, this sudo reboot command, in the EC2 instance. Okay, system is rebooted. Close this window and open a different window now. Like, make sure it is selected and click on connect, and connect again. This will open up another EC2 instance window. Okay, your instance have been rebooted, and now you could see that your public IP has been changed. So if by chance if you're getting any error, then just close the window and wait like for 2 to 3 minutes, so the instance is properly started. Okay, so copy this command. Now we need to check if this service is running or not. So Control Shift V to paste this command, and here you go. The instance is running. Okay. Mm, to exit, Control C. Okay. Why we need to perform this step is because each time you stop your instance, the IP, the public IP through which the tester or developers access this in microservice is stopped. So that's why you need to like provide this IP address each time you restart your instance again to the developer or the testing team. You can also test this in your Postman for like the identity service. Um, okay, this one we will open. Close this one. Okay, if I open the user and try adding a user, create user with email. Okay. Okay, I just change this. This is my user 10, and okay, so over here you need to like write it something like this. http colon double slash the URL of this EC2 instance. Sorry, the IP address of this EC2 instance you just created. So this is the instance you created, right? So in the details tab, you can find it over here, the public IP address. Copy it and paste it after the double slash, control V, and after that colon and the port of your application. For mine, it's 4728 right now. Okay, so when I press the send command, it would take some time. Okay, so the request is still going. It's taking more time. So probably there's some error, request timeout error. So for this, yeah, okay. You need to like go back inside your EC2 instance and go under the security tab. Like make sure it is selected and go under the security tab and open this security group. Okay, we need to add the rule here as well. The rule is not here, so we need to add it by ourselves. The rule is all traffic custom is anywhere IPv4 and save the rule. Okay, it's saved. Now open up your Postman again and send the request again. Let's change the values. Like instead of 2, let's write something else. I will be changing the value. Make sure this IP address is the same and then send it. Take some time. Okay, user is registered. Now we need to log in and okay, let's log in to see if we're getting the token or not. Log in. Oh wait, IP address. And yeah, we can log in again. So this marks that the whole setup was a